I think this testimonial video will be definitely one of the best that we made, because right now we are sitting in Zach's or Zelimir's place here in Ruma. This is the city not so far from Belgrade, capital city of Belgrade. He invited me to meet him, his wife and his family to do a testimonial, but something strange happened after that. Kevin was going, or Kirill was going from Germany to Macedonia, so we decided to meet here in the heart of Serbia to make this testimonial. First of all, guys, thank you so much for being part of Get Drivers, and thank you so much for accepting to have this interview. First of all, I just want to ask you guys, what was your experience with Get Drivers? Whoever wants to start first, do you want to be first or you? What made you uh, apply, and what did you saw that was missing? Because how did you get inside the recruiting, and how did you enter our community?
In a way, I started recruiting on my own by learning social media marketing, and I combined the two and started recruiting on my own. But I found out that I was missing a community. I was doing it all alone, and I wanted to meet like-minded people. And I was just searching one night on YouTube, recruiting team or something like that, and some guy named Samir popped up, and I kept watching his videos. I thought it made some sense, and I decided to shoot him a quick message. And he was kind enough to reply, and we made a few phone calls, not just one. I bothered him for a couple of months, just asking for advice and everything. And I saw really where the money is, so to say, is in the community and having like-minded people and everything. So I saw my work rise about maybe 200% since joining Get Drivers with the help of the community.
And also, one thing that was really important for you is that you didn't price your services right. You were way underpaid for the performance and services and the type of drivers you're bringing to the companies.
Yes.
So what was that changing beliefs of how much you're supposed to charge for your service?
As I said, I started doing it on my own, and I just went along however the company said, hey, I'm going to pay you $800. I said, okay, no problem. 500, no problem. But then after speaking with you, the mindset shift is most important. And when you say, hey, I'm going to set this price, this is what it costs and everything, you really set the standard on the quality, of course, the drivers you're bringing, and, the companies respect you more.
Definitely.
Yes.
Zach, how's your experience? You tell me that you are the fastest guy ever joined from the first contact with me. He needs a couple of months. You need a couple of days to make a decision and join the program. So what was your experience from starting? And for people watching our content on Instagram, you are the guy who in first 2 weeks closed for 2 drivers while driving 3,000 miles every single week. So what was your experience from starting? Because you are one of the couple of guys that were driving a truck and trying to learn something new.
It's a very interesting story, but I want to first thank you guys for coming over. It's a great feeling to welcome you at the homeland, and it feels good to talk about this stuff from this position. Um, about our journey with the Get Drivers, it's a very interesting since I'm in industry since 2017. I used to own my own company, and I went through the whole process on my own, but I never saw opportunity of getting out of what I did and kind of outsourcing from a very different perspective. So when I was driving, I saw a video randomly, and I got curious, but it seemed sketchy. Couldn't trust you.
Yeah. Maybe I look like a classic guru, but that's the most important thing with all the people that join. At the first couple of times when they saw me, they need to ask a friend or somebody who knows me or somebody who have a common friends. Is this really true? Because nobody can figure out, like, okay, some program costs $1,000 and I can make like $10,000. What's the catch?
Absolutely, since it didn't sound real, I had to check with other people that I knew in the industry, and I wouldn't reach out until I had to make my own conclusions. And I knew a guy who happened to be working with you guys from very beginning, and he gave me like a straight on answer. It's a legit story, and I didn't need anything else to continue. I just I set a call with you, and what, not even 2 months since we started,
Yeah,
and it's been quite a journey.
cool. So regarding, because you were driving a truck, so how many drivers did you close because you had a problem with your phone, with internet, with computer,
Absolutely,
with
yeah.
banned account, everything that can go wrong in your case went wrong. So like everything that we could have avoid, we didn't avoid, and we had these amazing results after that. So right now, after like 2 months and with all the obstacles, how many drivers did you close so far? How was your experience on that side, like return on investment and your time?
If you would count all, it would be about 10,
Hmm.
but some of them were drivers that I helped out, friends of mine, to fill out their trucks, and
So you give them as a gift.
absolutely, yes. But what I could charge for is 6.
And what is the average price for a driver that you
I'll
charge?
say it was about 1200.
1200
Yeah,
was the average.
yeah.
Yeah, that's the industry average. Driver goes between 1,000 to 3, 4, 5,000. But like this is a drive-in solo driver,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
especially for the beginning. So this is really strange because he was working by himself and you were driving a truck and now we are meeting here. So, and both of you guys are networking together and helping each other out. So regarding the community, I know you get in touch with everybody like really, really quickly, even with the guys in elite, even though if you're in the challenge, you're in beginner program. So how was your experience with the community uh, from the day one till today?
I believe it's a personality, and whoever would come into this industry, it would have to depend on their own contacts and ability to feel free to reach out for any information. So in my case, I was so ready to contact anyone who was available to get more information that I didn't have. And the community is such a great place that everyone is willing to offer everything they got. And by doing that, we grew all together as a team and we created a great connection. So through the time, any driver that I had that I couldn't fit into the companies that I had, I could send it to them. And same happened from them, that they would outsource their drivers that I could fit into my contacts. And it's a win-win combination that in the future I see more growth.
Absolutely. So you mentioned also a community on that standpoint. So this type of journey, you already have set up ads, some breaking some beliefs. But how much are you utilizing also the community systems, companies that we have? So what is like if you want to be a lone wolf or join the pack? So what would, because a lot of people don't believe, why would somebody help you in the journey? Because in our industry, everybody's seeing each other as a competitor. So I just like want to see what is your opinion on what we are building here.
My opinion is nobody's helping you because you're good looking, but we basically help each other. So we all have companies individually, we have individual contracts with the companies, and we send drivers to said companies. But let's say if I have a driver that applied for a company that goes a minimum of 3 weeks out. He wants to drive reefer. He doesn't want to go west or everything like that. So the company, it's a sign.
It's a sign.
Yeah. So he may not be eligible for my company, but I can call Zach here. I can call him and say, hey, I got this driver. He wants to drive only Southeast and Midwest. Can we get him something? Do you have something? And he would say, hey, I have a company offering exactly that, and we just helped each other. I sent the driver, he has the company, we both profited.
Yeah, and the most important thing, it's not only about the profit. The difference is that we don't want to put the driver somewhere where we know that he will not be happy and it will not get his needs and then he will leave. Because we are only paid if the drivers are happy, and we were just talking about the driver that you had. You'll find him a company that wants to accept him because of 2 weeks on the road. And what that guy did, he didn't start driving for the company, but he sent you his friend that was owner operator, and you charge that $2,000 for free,
Yes.
kind of free, yeah,
Basically from a referral.
providing good service.
Providing good service, yes. But I was able to accommodate his wishes, so to say, because he firstly applied for a company, a client of mine that was offering a minimum of 3 weeks. And I have been with this driver into contact maybe about 2 or 3 months. And then I got a new client, basically the similar offer, but he was able to get 2 weeks, only 2 weeks on the road to do 34-hour reset at home. And I was able to negotiate that. He was happy, I was happy, and 2 days later, after everything was confirmed, he just called me and say, "Hey, I have a friend, owner operator. He's interested." Connected them with the owner, and the rest is history.
Yeah. So I also mentioned with him. So how many drivers did you close in the last 30 days? Do you know approximately?
14 is the safe number
Yeah.
to go. 14.
And how many in a pipeline able to get to the company? Drug test and stuff like that.
I'm talking about 14 that already did drug tests
Uh-huh.
and everything, but over 20 were approved. Some disappear, some don't show up to the drug test, some lie, and yeah, but 14 were,
Will be the same number.
yeah, they passed the drug test and they started.
Cool. So, Zach, can you tell me where do you see yourself growing with the GetDrivers? So, where do you see yourself in a year from right now? We already talked to your wife about her also starting, and you have a lot of friends in the industry. Where do you see yourself in a year from now, and how can we help you to grow?
I absolutely see a lot of potential in this. I see industry is, I'd say, desperate for good quality drivers, and us doing this, let's say, filtering through the set of questions that we have to get to the quality driver. We're going to be able through the time to offer very high quality of service to any company that would respect this, and to build a relationship through the time where the owner of the company can rely on us at any time as a whole team. We're going to be able to cover X amount of trucks in a very short period of time. So the growth in this, I don't see the limit. Just it's about staying together and just building this community bigger and healthier,
Yeah.
and better.
Health is really
And again,
important. Health is
and
really
again,
important.
yes.
Yeah, because we only work and trying to work only with the company that have a good reputation, company that are in business for a long time. Because if somebody is not taking care of their drivers, they will not take care of us. We don't like those business models. So because we're in the industry, all of us for 10 plus years, our goal is to only build solid foundation so we can help the right people because they need the most amount of help. The good guys don't finish last in our community.
Absolutely, all of us, the owner of the company, the good driver, and us are gonna stay united, benefiting together. So there is nothing that could make it complicated for us in this process, as long as we deliver with our service that we're doing already.
Yeah. So where do you see yourself in a year from now in recruiting? Because you had a different path. You started by yourself. Something was taking you to recruiting, even though you're a little bit in Switzerland, a little bit in Germany, a little bit in Macedonia. So where do you see yourself in a year from right now? Where you would like to go?
Well, the funny thing is, just 1 year ago, I wouldn't imagine where I am at the moment, because when I started working alone, although I had a client, I had two clients, although I saw some money, this is on a different level now with the community and everything. So I think the stakes are high, and I see myself expanding into more clients, bringing more drivers, breaking barriers every month, and maybe go into consulting.
That's the best. That's what I would suggest for everybody who went to that type of level. We told 20K a month is the first goal that we're gonna hit. 20 or 30? What did we say?
20 is the first.
20 is the first goal. Yeah. So with Kevin is like 20K a month, and that's far from unrealistic. So do you guys maybe would like to say something about people who are hesitant to join, or maybe this who would you like to see standing next to you in a goal that we are going together? So who would you like to invite and say, okay, if you're this type of person, you will be cool fit to join us?
I would say to anyone who is outgoing, who is not afraid of denial, of making calls and contacting some people who are strangers, but getting in touch to them, giving them the offer that is ready presented, and then through the time he's gonna realize if this is really fit for him or not. But the barriers doesn't exist. There's just gonna be a personality willing to give it a shot, to try, to make few calls and see if he's gonna be part of it or not.
Yeah.
Very, very simple. Just you don't have to be brave. You don't have to be smart. Just make few calls. I'll see. But very, very simple and promising industry in general.
Yeah. What do you think?
I think when a person wants to be, a cliche word, quote unquote, their own boss, they want to build a business. They like to take some risks now and again, but not too big of a risk. And if they want to grow as a person, I think they should join the Get Drivers community, because doing things alone, it doesn't make sense. Yes, because with a strong community, we can build bigger and better things, but alone, no. So that's my selling point, the community.
Yeah.
And with the software, everything is so simplified. Anyone can join, learn the basics, and start recruiting, and start using the system.
Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate, first of all, thanks for welcoming us in your place. Kevin, thank you so much for traveling such a long distance to have this interview. Guys, if you're willing to join, work with these two beautiful and also smart guys, link will be below to join Get Drivers community, to jump on a call with me. If you're tired of driving a truck or just want to make additional money while driving, send us a comment and we will see if we are the right fit. Have a nice one and see you soon. Bye.